This is Utah Tech Basketball and the John Judkins Coaches Show.
Well, that was the scene Saturday night in the locker room, Burns Arena, after Utah Tech comes away with a 12-point win over their rivals in the old Hammer rivalry, Utah Valley. Rod Zundel here, head coach John Judkins. This is the John Judkins Coaches Show. Coach, that's the feeling you want to feel every single game. That was something special.
It was a lot of fun, even though I have to get my suit dry cleaned every time they do that. But it's worth it. It's worth it. Yeah, a win's a win, and they played really well. I was really happy with the way we played. That's a good team. Utah Valley is a very good team. They're the remaining champs from last year. First home game for a month.
Yeah.
Starting off our WAC conference play. So that was a big win for our guys, and they were really excited.
6 straight road games to open up the regular season, and like you said, after a month, you finally get to play at home, the WAC opener against your rivals. What was your main concern going into that? Because they haven't played in front of the home crowd.
No, I knew they'd be excited. I mean, like we talked about all week long, if you couldn't get up for that game, I don't know what's wrong with you. Because one, we haven't been home. 2, it's a rival. 3, it's a first WAC game. We play the conference. That's why we play all these preseason games is to get ready for WAC, the conference to WAC. And so we knew they'd be ready. I was just worried that they'd be too hyped up.
Yeah.
Sometimes they get too hyped up for that, but they weren't. They came out. They were focused. We had a good preparation, a good game plan, and they trusted us, and they did what we wanted them to do.
Before we get to the highlights of Saturday night's matchup with the Wolverines, you went 3-3 on your 6-game road trip to open up the season. 2 of those losses, Santa Clara and Washington State. So were you happy? Were you confident with the way things turned out through those first 6 games going into the WAC opener? Were you where you wanted to be?
No, we wanted to be 6-0. That's where we wanted to be. We play every game to win, no question, who it is. But when you look at the schedule at Pan, the chances of beating those guys, we got to play really good. Can we beat them? You bet we can. But at their place, we're young. And so again, 3-3 is not bad. I was hoping that we could have got 4-2. I thought we let the Youngstown State one get away from us. I thought we had a good chance to win that one. But again, Rod, win or lose, we want to get better. We want to get better every game. And the preseason stuff, I mean, it's like last year. We won our first conference tournament game ever in Utah Tech's history. And, the thing for us is that we get one team into the NCAA tournament. So it doesn't really matter how many you win. It matters what you do in your conference tournament. Yeah. So if we get better and you lose a game because of things, but it makes you better, sometimes that is worth that. But we come out to win every single game. That's our goal. That's our plan. But again, I thought we got better at those 6 games, and it showed on Saturday night.
All right, let's go back to Saturday night, show you what happened. You got off to a great start, took that energy, jumped out to an early 6-0 lead. Things were working well. You had to be happy with the start you had.
Yeah, well, what started first of all, we got the tip. I think that was the first play of the game right there, a little 15-footer from Eric, knocking it down, came off a good screen. And then defensively, I thought we did a really good job defensively. Get a shot clock. Is this a shot clock violation? Yeah. I believe right here.
Right.
Great defense, hands up, didn't gamble. The crowd got into it. Our fans got into it. It was a lot of fun. And then right here, 2 great shot fakes. Getting them up in the air. And again, Noah, we've been telling him shoot the ball. And there's 2 great shot fakes to get them off balance. And then again, when that first one goes in, things start to feel pretty good. And that's all shooters, but obviously Noah, great. Yeah. They're a good one right there. So
Yu Toure has given you some good minutes off the bench.
Yeah, is that one good? Again, there's a good one with good penetration kick. They make an extra pass. We always say one more, and he doesn't hesitate and knocks it down. Good. There again, good ball screen by Tanner. Noah was very aggressive going off the ball screens. We changed that even the second half. Love this one too. Here. Hustle, yeah. Could have given up on the play. We don't. We stay with it. They miss a layup. Then we come back, push, and get a wide open 3 right there off transition. A backbreaker. That's a 5-point swing right there. Those teams go on run, and that was our run right there. But I like how we didn't quit.
Same thing here. Yeah. Another steal, and there you go.
Good hustle, outlet it, and there's Riley run or be on. run in the lane, get an easy bucket. Again, he's been banged up a little bit all week long. Didn't know if he was going to be able to play or not, and he had a really good game for us. So
Hamed Olayinka came in and gave you a couple of good minutes in that first half.
Tanner got 2 quick fouls, and we went to Larry, and he did a really good job. Really stays with it, rolls to the front of the rim, and gets a wide open, easy dunk. It was really nice to see him get some more time.
All right, so you led 23-22. It wasn't a great first half. It wasn't pretty. Both teams shot in the low 30s, but you held on to a 1-point lead. You led by as many, I believe, as 8. But just give us your thoughts on that first half, because even though it wasn't pretty, it was a gutsy effort by both teams, really, but by you guys, and we saw it there, the hustle, the determination. When the shot wasn't falling, you still had that right here in the heart.
Yeah, we did. Well, halftime, I can't tell you what I'd say at halftime. That's secret stuff. But no, we talked about that, and we had that 8-point lead, and we've had this same problem a couple games ago where we have like a 3 or 4 minute stretch where it's just the ball's not moving, it's sticking. We're doing a little bit too much one-on-one, not playing together, and that's exactly what happened there. And that's when they made their run to cut it to 1 to go into the half. So we brought that up again to them and say, keep sharing it, keep sharing the ball, and that's exactly what we did. But I was really happy with our defense. I mean, we worked on a lot of stuff with them of what they do and how they do things, and our guys did a really good job of keeping them front, keeping them out of the middle, and then keeping them off the glass. I mean, we out-rebounded them by, I think, 12.
12 for the game, yeah.
Yeah, that was a very, very important key to our win.
All right, so you had a 1-point lead at halftime. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll check out the second half and some big moments down the stretch where the Trailblazers pulled it out to get the 12-point win in the old Hammer rivalry over Utah Valley University. The John Judkins Coaches Show comes right back.
He's on the 30-yard line, the 20, the 10.
You wouldn't want an incomplete football game. So why use a website with incomplete listings of Southern Utah properties? SouthernUtahRealEstate.com is the most complete, most accurate, and most comprehensive property search in Washington County. Because we're not focused on everything, just on the part that we like the best. Find your Southern Utah home at SouthernUtahRealEstate.com.
Finley Hyundai, committed to high-quality service and sales for local drivers. Stress-free car buying guaranteed.
Got a project at work or around the house? Well, think Bucks Ace Hardware. Think Bucks for all the top brands like DeWalt, Milwaukee, and Stihl. Plus, Bucks has the best sporting goods department. You've got to see their gun department. It's stocked with a great selection of guns and ammo and accessories. 2 locations at the Dino Crossing in St. George or State Street in Hurricane.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, Canyon Media, here for you.
It's any card for the win right now at Mountain America Credit Union, which means it's time to score some cash. Simply tap, swipe, or click checkout with any Mountain America debit or credit card to be entered into a weekly giveaway for up to $500, now until September 30th. Visit macu.com/anycard to learn how to earn extra entries or to open a new account today.
Welcome back to Utah Tech Basketball, the John Judkins Coaches Show. Rod Zund along with the coach, John Judkins. And moments ago, we showed you the first half of the win over Utah Valley Saturday night in Burns Arena. You had a 23-22 lead, Coach. It wasn't pretty. What did you want to establish in that second half, especially the first 3 or 4 minutes?
Well, we always start inside out, like you were just talking about earlier. We love to get the ball inside. Get that inside game going. Tanner he got 2 quick fouls, so didn't play a lot that first half. So we thought, hey, let's go inside, get him going again. And that's what we did. And then they started collapsing on Tanner, and then it opens up the 3-ball.
Let's show you how it all played out. Second half we go, Saturday night in the Burns, and you go right to Tanner.
Yeah, we ran a little play for him, a good back pick. Noah set a great back pick. They don't communicate, get a wide open dunk right off the start.
And then he uses his power.
Yeah, and again, he made a good, strong move. You know, he didn't try to fake it or do anything. I just went power and gets it. You're going to see his next one here. I'm not sure if it's this one or not, but then he does the old Joker move. But again, look at double team, finds a wide open Noah. Great, I'll tell you, he's a great passer for a post guy, and it pays off.
Here comes that move right here.
Oh, my gosh.
We haven't seen this in the 2 years he's been here.
Yeah, this is like, what? No. Oh, it went in. Good shot. But that's not what we work on. But, you know, he's been working on that on his own and you know, has practiced that shot, so it's not like it's new. But I like the power more than I like a fadeaway. There's another one. Riley has a mismatch. They switched, took advantage of the mismatch. Great penetration kick again, and Noah beyond getting, we say play off 2. Get to the key, play off 2 feet, find the open guy, and be ready to shoot it. And Noah was ready to shoot that night. This was great. With great steal by Tanner, number 1, and number 2, Eric. Little change of pace, getting up a wide open layup.
See, about 3 minutes to go, you go on an 8-0 run.
Yeah.
You're only up 5. This is a big shot here by Noah.
It is. The clock's running down, but again, he reads it. Eric did a really good job of reading the defense. When we do the pick and rolls, who's covering the roll guy, Noah's guy was. He finds a wide open Noah for 3.
Next trip down, beyond.
Yeah, that one was again another one where they're collapsing. And Eric was seeing, even his turnovers Eric had, he was seeing it right. He saw the right things. He sometimes just didn't get enough mustard on the ball to get it there. But loved that. I loved how Beyond and Noah both didn't hesitate at all, going right in their shot. Fans were great. The whiteout
section was big.
the whiteout was so fun, and the students were there. And for our first home game, it was just fun to get that excitement and energy back in the Burns Arena.
And when you go over the numbers, you can see why you guys got the win in the old Hammer rivalry. Noah Gonzalez, 4 of 9. From beyond the arc, 18 points, 4 assists, 2 steals.
Well, and he was 0 for 4 to start the game. I mean, he missed some good wide open threes. I'm talking about threes. And then he kept shooting. And that's what we want him to do. Where in the past, he's kind of like, oh, coach, I'm not shooting a gun. I'm going to say, hey, just keep shooting. Yeah. Keep shooting. If they're in your rhythm and you're ready to shoot it, you shoot it.
And then beyond Riley, he may be your most consistent guy through the first 7 games. 17 points. 13 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals.
Yeah, he had he's been binged up pretty good last week, and we didn't know if he was going to be able to go. And our trainers, Doc's got him ready, and he had an outstanding game. So we're happy to see that.
Tanner had to go up against a 7-footer in Dorius. He only took 5 shots, but he made 4 of them and 10 points. But he established dominance at the beginning of that second half, which I think set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, when Tanner gets going, it really kind of feeds off on all of our team, and we need him. When he gets in foul trouble, or he doesn't be as aggressive in the post, it hurts us. And so he was big. He's going to be going against a lot of big guys in the WAC. There's some pretty big guys that are out there, and so he's going to see that more and more. And teams are going to try to double team him more, which is fine because he passes so well. Yeah. We just got to get him to kick it out and then repost. We call it repost, and get the ball back to him because he can really get going and get the momentum switch for us.
You know, Jalen Searles, after a slow start to the season shooting, like 2 for 20 the first couple of games, but then the last couple of games on the road, he's really come on double figures. Shooting percentage has gone up. He had 9 rebounds Monday night against Lindenwood. He had 10 rebounds on Saturday night. And even though he only made 1 shot on Saturday night, he was giving you some great effort.
Yeah, he's playing hard. He got back on the one you saw and stopped that layup. Some of his shooting percentages, he's got to make his dunks. He's missed 2 dunks now that they didn't, maybe contact, but he had that one in that last part of the game. He's just got to finish it. But again, he's an all-around player right now. He's spending a lot of time shooting his shot, which is good, but we got to get him getting to the basket. Sometimes when your shot's not falling, you got to get to the basket and get to the foul line. Get your confidence. I loved his 10 rebounds. He got 1 offensive rebound. It was huge late in the game. Kicked it back out, and we got a wide open 3, and we hit it. I mean, he's that athletic. He's long. I got to get him rebounding more at the offensive end because he's so good at that.
You shot 44% for the game from the floor, over 50% in the second half. You held Utah Valley 38% for the game, and they were 3 of 18 from beyond the arc.
Yeah, again, we kind of saw that on tape. We thought, hey, let's make them beat us from the perimeter. I thought our defense, again, overall was just, excellent. I mean,
probably your best of the 7 games, don't you
yeah,
think?
we could. Yeah, we talked more. I mean, we worked on that all week in practice. Most of our film sessions we get back on a road trip is always the same thing. Hey, we're not communicating. We're not, in that game we were all on the same page. We were talking about how we're guarding this and how we're guarding that. And, when you communicate on defense and then you do it, it makes a huge difference.
And if you agree on the philosophy on defense and rebounding, it's just who wants it more. You out-rebounded them by 12. And I don't know if that was the home crowd, the energy or whatever, but this was a more energetic team than I've seen the first 6 games.
Well, we worked on that. It's funny you brought that up because this whole week we got a whiteboard out and we were keeping track of how many offensive rebounds you gave up, and we had our guards box. I mean, Eric was really boxing off hard. It's everybody. It's not just the bigs. The guards can help rebound as well. So we kept track of that all week long. That was our big emphasis against these guys, was keep them off the glass. And so, they bought into what we were trying to do. We worked on it, and then they went out and executed it, just like we wanted them to do.
And Tanner fouled out with, 3.5 minutes left on a
you
box
call that
out.
you call that a
box
foul?
out. He boxed out. He had great position over the 7-footer. Who, if they'd have called the foul on the 7-footer, he would have been out.
That's what I thought they called.
I did too.
They said 32. I said, good, he's out, and it was on
But
Tanner.
you can't complain. You can't get after him because he had a great box out. He did what you wanted to do.
Yeah, and we talked about that. So how many of you guys been called with a box out, a foul? How many of you been called with a moving screen?
Yeah.
Not too many. So let's go out and do that. And, that was a bad break for Tanner, but, he did his job. He did what we asked him to do.
And when Tanner goes out, you go, uh-oh, how are we going to, handle this? But your guys did.
Yeah.
And they stepped up, and different guys stepped up in big moments the final 3.5 minutes without your big man.
Yeah, and we got to do that with everybody. I mean, we always say next man up. When someone goes down, someone's got to come in. Larry's got to be that guy for Tanner right now, and Caleb, I think Caleb was ready. I didn't get him in, but I know he'll be ready to go if Tanner gets in that. But, beyond, we didn't know if he was going to play or not. So, we had Larry playing a lot of the 4. We had Tennessee playing some 4. We had Jalen playing some 4 during the week. Just didn't know what was going to happen. And, next man up has got to be ready. And right now it's Larry for Tanner.
And you're doing all this without your leading scorer through the first 4 games. David Elliott still out with an injury, waiting for him to come back. So it's the next man up mentality. But, guys are stepping up. And then when he gets back into the groove, you got to feel pretty good about where you guys are.
Yeah, I mean, you hate injuries. Yeah, you never want them, but a lot of times it does. The next man up, and you get deeper because of that. You got a guy that maybe wasn't going to play that is playing a lot more now. Then when that kid comes back, now you got 3 guys at that spot instead of just 2. So you use one of those guys. He's been playing really well for us right now, defensively as well. He had a wide open 3. He didn't hesitate, knock down, and brings us some good. I thought he played good on Monday against Linwood. So those kind of guys are getting some time with David being out. But we want to get everybody healthy, and be ready to go and finish strong.
Okay, we're going to take a timeout. You're 1-0 in the Western Athletic Conference. We got a game on Wednesday night at Cal Baptist, looking to go 2-0. They got a big win in Cedar City, blew out the T-Birds on Wednesday. We'll talk about the game coming up on Wednesday with the Lancers, and also show you a former Trailblazer that's having a pretty good pro career over in England. That's when the John Judkins Coaches Show comes back.
He's on the 30-yard line, the 20, the 10.
You wouldn't want an incomplete football game. So why use a website with incomplete listings of Southern Utah properties? SouthernUtahRealEstate.com is the most complete, most accurate, and most comprehensive property search in Washington County. Because we're not focused on everything, just on the part that we like the best. Find your Southern Utah home at SouthernUtahRealEstate.com.
Finley Hyundai, committed to high-quality service and sales for local drivers. Stress-free car buying guaranteed.
Got Got a project at work or around the house? Well, think Bucks Ace Hardware. Think Bucks for all the top brands like DeWalt, Milwaukee, and Stihl. Plus, Bucks has the best sporting goods department. You've got to see their gun department. It's stocked with a great selection of guns and ammo and accessories. 2 locations at the Dino Crossing in St. George or State Street in Hurricane.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, Canyon Media, here for you.
It's any card for the win right now at Mountain America Credit Union, which means it's time to score some cash. Simply tap, swipe, or click checkout with any Mountain America debit or credit card to be entered into a weekly giveaway for up to $500, now until September 30th. Visit macu.com/anycard to learn how to earn extra entries or to open a new account today.
All right, welcome back to the John Judkins Coaches Show. Rod Zund along with the coach, John Judkins. And Juddy, you're 1-0 after the big win, the Old Hammer rivalry over Utah Valley by 12 on Saturday night. Now, we head out on the road Wednesday. You take on Cal Baptist. And Cal Baptist, they've only lost once, and they came away with a big win in Cedar City. They beat the T-Birds by 25 on Wednesday night.
Yeah, they're good. Their one loss is crazy. Portland State beat them on a buzzer beater, like a half-court buzzer beater. So they're playing really well. They're doing a good job. We know that they've always been a pretty big rival to us because they were with us the D2 era, and then they jumped in the Division I a year before we did. And it's going to be an intense game. Every time we play them, it seems like it's always intense and physical. Especially at their place as well.
As we watch some of the highlights from their last game in Cedar City, they got 4 players averaging in double figures, and they like to do it inside and out. They can go both.
Yeah, they got the 24 right there. He transferred from Grand Canyon from last year, if I don't remember him.
Wadrago.
Yeah, and then their number 10 right there is a transfer from Utah a couple years ago, and they're both very, very solid in the post, and that's why they go there. But they're good. They've done a good job recruiting, and they have the money to do some things, but it seems like we always play them well, and it's going to go down probably again like it always does, down to 1 or 2 possessions. I remember a couple of years ago we were down 8 with 1:30 to go and came back and won it. So they're playing really well right now, and we know that, but we feel that we can get in there and get a win.
They've got the size inside, but they can also shoot the 3-pointers. They had 11 threes makes against Southern Utah. Scotty Washington had 6 of them, 6 of 8 from beyond the arc. So you got to pick your poison, don't you?
Yeah. Like I said, they do a lot of stuff we do. I mean, they go inside first, and then they go to the outside. If it's open, they shoot it. So it's going to be a tough game for us, but we're excited for the challenge.
Okay, now Eric Demings, a true freshman from Duncanville, Texas, he stepped into the point guard role and taken over the leadership role on the floor. Last year, Cam Gooden, he was a seasoned veteran. He was your point guard, your leading scorer, and you relied on him to be the coach out on the floor, right? Mm-hmm. Well, he graduated, went to the English Pro League, and he's doing pretty well for the Surrey Scorchers. In 10 games, he's averaging about 11 points and 3 assists in about 20-21 minutes per game. But then he injured his leg. He's been rehabbing, and now he's about ready to come back on the floor. And the Surrey Scorchers, they put out this video about his rehab. And look at the T-shirts he's wearing in one of his workouts. Check this out.
All right.
I can't lie, the first 2 weeks of rehab were kind of challenging, just from sitting out and not being able to move how I wanted to. But just trusting my staff, trusting the medical team, and them putting me in the right position to just become better. And it's paid off. I feel more explosive in a lot of areas, and just excited to be back with my team and just contribute to winning games. I'm just looking to bring back energy, use my youth and competitiveness, whether that's getting on the floor, boxing out, getting a steal, making the right play for my teammate or myself, and just creating that fun atmosphere.
It's a good-looking shirt over in England, isn't it?
No, he looks good. I mean, look at he's been lifting a lot. He's strong. When he said the rehab, I just remember last year how we lost him for those 5 games, and we lost all 5 of those games without him. But there he was doing rehab with our trainers and getting him in the treadmill, the water treadmill. Really helped him get back to help us last year. You know, injuries happen. As much as you don't want them, they happen, but you do our best to prevent them. I'm glad he's doing well. We miss him. He's a fun one to watch, to play, but also a great guy off the court. Just a fun guy to be around.
Yeah, and he's become a fan favorite on the Surrey Scorchers team, and a quiet leader. He's not a demonstrative kind of guy, but he's a quiet leader. And what does that say about this program? Because you have Cam Gooden doing well in the pros. You have Dancel Leader that's playing a lot in the pro league overseas as well. So 2 guys from last year playing pro ball. That says a lot about what this program is developing.
Yeah, and that's what we want. We want to get them that way. When we recruit them and bring them in, almost everybody comes in wants to play professionally, either in the NBA or overseas. And those, we got some connections now overseas, and these guys are just making it better for our guys to get a chance to go play over there. So I think those 2 are going to be doing really well in the league. We've had some others go over there too, with Zach Robbins and Mark Ogden has done really well. And so we hope we can continue to get guys over there and play and make some money and continue to enjoy what they like to do.
And when they wear the Utah Tech shirts, and a fan favorite, it can only help the program and just kind of build on what they started already.
Well, now I know where all those shirts went. We lost them all. No,
well, that's a marketing expense, Coach.
There you go. No, we appreciate that. I mean, our new logo and our new thing, it looks good over there, and let people know who we are.
Yeah.
And again, he loved his experience here. That's all he talks about. How, I mean, we'll text. I even heard from Jacob Nichols the other day, that he just appreciates what Utah Tech and what we did for him, and right back at him. These guys have done some really good things for us and to build our program and do what we're doing, and we do appreciate him.
I miss Jacob, that dry sense of humor, and he was he was here a long time.
Yeah, he was here 6 years.
He almost had tenure at the school, didn't he?
6 years here, yeah.
All right, so you go to Cal Baptist Wednesday night. How do you parlay what happened Saturday into Wednesday night's game?
We'll watch some film again today and just go through it, show them the good and the bad. You can still learn from good wins like that, and you can learn from tough losses. So we'll do that kind of the same thing, but we're just going to emphasize really how good defensively we were, and that's what we got to have, that same intensity, the same communication that we had against them. And they're good. I mean, the WAC's good, Rod. It doesn't matter who you play, where you play, when you play. You got to come out and give it everything you got in the WAC. The WAC teams, because they're really solid. We know we were picked last, so that's one thing that we throw out there all the time. Hey, we were last. These guys were picked. Utah Valley was 3rd or 4th in the league. These guys were way ahead of us too with Cal Baptist, way up the rink. So let's go make some noise. That's what we've been talking about all year long.
All right, it's going to be a great atmosphere. They always have a good crowd, great atmosphere, great competition, chance to go 2-0 and shock the WAC world. That's what happened, and you say you knew it all along. All right, tip-off Wednesday night at Cal Baptist is 8 p.m. Utah time. 7:45 is our pregame show right here on Trailblazer Sports Vision and also on the Fan Sports Radio Network. And then immediately following the game, which you can hear on the Fan Sports Network, we'll have our post-game show also on YouTube, Trailblazer Sports Vision and radio. So, all right, it's going to be a good bus ride. Taking a bus this time.
There we go. We will. We'll take it. We'll see you there.
All right, that'll do it for the John Judkins Coaches Show. We will talk to you again tomorrow night at Cal Baptist and Utah Tech, 8 o'clock. Good night, everybody.